Hello there. I'm in my next video now. Okay, it was Portia's testimony, right? Please go check out the previous parts if you're gonna gauge your bearings. Portia's story about this girl basically put the pieces of the puzzle together on my behalf, where I realized how it is that infiltrator from the US was able to come into my space. I was not masturbating before he came into my space. I masturbated 1 or 2 times when he was in my space because he brittled me with lust. But how he was able to worm his way in was during that time when I was busy compromising, making like a stripper up and down a pole. I was dancing in a very sensual way. There was an area of mine that was compromised. And so he was able to successfully compromise many other areas of me. It's the only reason he was able to come in. And Portia's witness testimony confirmed that to me, right? So once then I repented. Do you understand? Yo, Batong, this guy got exposed. It's like one secret after the other came out, and the Lord even told me that this guy roofied me. Roofies is, you know, that date rape drug. Guys put it in your drink so that they can make you nice and dizzy and then have sex with you and waste to yourself. I like to call witchcraft, korobela, spells, love spells cast on women, and I guess men too. I like to call them roofalin because they make you drowsy and drunk and you end up sleeping with someone you didn't sign up for. God kept on telling me this guy has roofied you. If anything, he told me that this guy's roofied me even before I accommodated him, but I ignored the warnings. Remember, I told you guys that I just wanted love. The Lord then came back again and told me, he roofied you, he roofied you, he roofied you. That's why you ended up with feelings for him. And then I later also came to learn that he put on himself a veil of Christianity when he wasn't truly saved. Hi guys, how's it? Okay, so as you can hear, even my voice is a little bit offish. So I ran out of space, and so I just decided to go and take a shower because it was already late at night and I didn't want to disturb the people in the house, and so now I've all changed. And my hair is exposed. Oh goodness, no, I don't want that. Whatever. Ish, as in everything of mine just falls apart. That was my phone that I'm using for extra lighting. It's okay, it doesn't really matter if I'm not looking my best. Yes, you guys, I hate my life. I hate it. Like, I just start recording and next thing I hear a cat scratching outside. But let's just move on. I think, let's say, where I was speaking about how the Lord showed me that this guy roofied me. Something else that I remembered when I was in the shower about the dreams that I used to get, got this guy, ne? I dreamt that, oh yes, I kept on dreaming during the time when we were like starting to get at loggerheads now. He suddenly decided to ghost me. He suddenly decided to like just, you know, pull stunts on me or whatever. I hate it when you guys see. I prefer to record in front of this like wardrobe because then you don't see all the squalor. Anyway, whatever. During the time when he was starting to act funny because he was manifesting, I started getting dreams of him slapping me. Ish. Oh, I had this cat. I started to get dreams of this guy, I started to get dreams of him slapping me. Oh goodness, it's the thing that I was talking about, where it is that the cat scratches at the door and then when I open it runs off. Like, it's just playing games with me. Whatever, these are my living conditions, so let's just like deal, right? I started to get like a whole bunch of dreams of this guy, like a whole bunch of like just wow, like, you know, GBV. Yeah, gender-based violence. I started to get dreams where he was slapping me, and I couldn't understand what God was showing me because at that stage it was yet to be revealed about him that he was involved in dark arts, like satanic activity, because you know, it only took me repenting and me praying and fasting like a whole bunch and overnight praying for me to sort of kind of lift the veil of his sorcery to see what was going on. So I had not yet seen entirely the scorpions, the snakes, the snake in his room, the big chunky fat one, the voodoo that he was practicing. But God definitely told me he was roofing me, and I kept on getting dreams where he was slapping me, like, you know, the way that men gender-based violence women. Anyway, yeah. So that was like one of the things that just kind of like hit me in a very sort of kind of strange direction. Essentially, this guy, ne, was able to infiltrate my life because of compromise, and his whole modus operandi was to come in and just take some unbridled woman and, you know, some exotic beauty from Africa and run away with her. He wanted to escape his disrespected life in the US because he had messed up, like ona sense. in the US, ka family, like he was being disrespected by women. Now he was struggling financially because of his situation, having come out of prison and he has to start from scratch. He didn't have his own proper house. He was living in some house where he was sharing with, like, yeah, whatever. So this was this guy's situation. Like, I'm poverty stricken as it stands, and I was happy, like, literally I was about to let some other poverty stricken person come in. Like, what kind of a life was I gonna have? Anyway, whatever. But I told myself that that's the way that worldly people think. Hey, worldly people are the ones that, like, turn a guy away because he doesn't have money for now. You know, when you are like, I can see potential, I can fix it. Guys, women, you will get hurt. Do you understand? This man wanted to not only slip into my lifestyle, into my situation, take me by force, and whatnot, but there's something else that I only found out, like, perhaps 2 weeks ago. There is this channel on YouTube that I follow. It's I keep forgetting their name, something an Ali or whatever, right? It is a chick from Kenya and a man from the United States, right? A white man and a black woman. They basically met with online dating, and the chick moved over to the United States, right? And they're now married happily. I follow their channel. I really like them. They're Christian. At least they profess Christianity. There's nothing that says that they're not Christian, right? So I really like their channel. I like following them. They're funny, etc. One time, this chick, the wife pair, did a video where she was basically explaining her process of moving to the United States. During the time when I was with this guy, I kept on saying to him, why would you want to come to South Africa when it is far better, not only socially, economically, but socially too, and also just in terms of Christian persecution. I'm a persecuted Christian, you're not. And you also have got family there that you love and trust and respect. My family has treated me like trash. I'm happy to leave, right? For solid, like, real good reasons. I don't understand why you want to leave the US. And he just for the life of me would not tell me. He kept on being like, the United States is Babylon. I want to leave because it's going to burn in an hour. But for me, I was like, even if the United States is the Babylon described in Revelation, is it 16 or what? The church is not going to be here. It's going to get raptured. So you're not going to get to see those nukes that are going to land in Babylon decimating in an hour. You're not going to be here to experience it. But he kept on using that as an excuse. And, like, you know, guys, I was so duped by this guy as a deception. Yeah, man, it was having a field day, Nam. A field day. Hey. He kept on saying this and saying this and saying this, and I was like, you know what, let me move on to the next part because I want to link the first part before I took a shower and this one together because it's nicely under 10 minutes each. And yeah, like, so let's just like move on to the next.